Hi everyone, so happy you took the time again to come over and watch a new video from Dyanne. And my name is Janny, and of course for everyone who is here already for a long time, welcome, and for everyone who is new here, we hope you like this content, and afterwards we hope you will consider subscribing to the end of my channel. On this channel we do lots of DIYs, decorating, cleaning and a little bit of shopping, so if you like this content, don't forget to subscribe to the end of my channel. And for now, like I always say, enough talking, let's see what we are up to.
Hey everyone, it is Dyanne here. I'm going to make a new DIY with you today. I'll be making a gnome out of toilet paper. If you're curious what we're going to do, then keep on watching. So the instructions for this gnome I found on Pinterest. It is linked to a website which is called it'salwaysautumn.com. If you want a link, then search in the description box or just simply ask us, we will provide it there. I'm going to make a really easy gnome out of, as I said, toilet paper. Basically, this is almost everything you need. I'm only missing the nose at this point because that is, of course, how could it else be? Still at Janny's place, really, she saved me again. I thought I had a bead that was large enough to make a nose with, but to be honest, it wasn't. So she will be providing me with new noses soon, so then I can finish the DIY. But first we start with the base, the toilet paper. You'll need some yarn. This is really thick paper actually to, get a little bit more of a strong base. You'll need a hot glue gun and a pair of scissors, and also printable from it'salwaysautumn.com because we need that for the hat. First, I'm going to make the hair of the gnome, and therefore I'll be taking one of these sheets. You can also use fabric if you want to, as long as it's strong enough. And I'm just starting to roll around. Well, it isn't big enough. Then I think I'll need 2 sheets. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick one extra, glue it together with some tape, and the thing is, it needs to be just as wide as the toilet paper is. Let me see, do I have a measurement thing here? I have. Okay, it's up till here. So I'm going to make this thing smaller, and then it will be large enough to wrap around the whole toilet roll. First, let's cut out a piece of paper that is long enough and put it together with some sticky tape. Just cut out these two. They're a little bit smaller than the toilet roll, but that doesn't mind, to be honest. Now, just make sure that they overlap a little bit so you have a little bit more, extra security that everything will fit in. And now I'm just using some tape to glue everything together, like this. Here's a little part that still needs to be cut off, like so. Now later on we can just start wrapping it around. It is too long, I know that. So let's see how large this needs to be then. Can use a cut, I think, around here. So just let's do that now. Like so. And as you can see, it perfectly fits, which is great. Now we keep this for later use, together with the roll. Now I have a leftover piece here, which we can perfectly use to make the beard with. Okay, let's start with the beard. It is very important that these have the same height. Now let me find where is the beginning of the yarn here. I'm going to wrap around here loosely. Don't make it too tight for a lot of times, because this will be the base of the beard. You don't have to pull too straight. That's what the lady from it'salwaysautumn.com also says. Don't pull it too straight, wrap it around loosely. She's talking about 150 times. I have no idea how much this is, and this is annoying, so I'm going to put that on the ground. I can easily, or more easily, actually fold around here. Now, if you find this not easy to work with, cardboard is always a solution for a job like this. The beginning is a little bit annoying in my opinion. Well, maybe I have to hold it here. And this will do the job, I think, a little bit easier this way. Oh, that must be Janny. And now I pulled it too tight. Ah, let's redo this again. Like so. Loosely wrap it around, just like this. The yarn is not working with me today. Just continue until the whole board of this is full of yarn, wool, whatever you want to use. In a color you like, you can also always use white as well if you like that. I'm using the light gray color because I still have leftover from a previous DIY with a sheep. And now things are going to get messy again. Keep it down. Let's hold the beginning part so don't flop off. Very loosely. Continue this way. It looks a little bit clumsy, I know. Make sure that it is spread it well and that the strings are straight, so not do it crosswise. As straight as possible here. Now, as I'm doing this, really I recommend you're using cardboard for this job. That is easier as using paper. But we'll learn every day, that's what we say, so I'm going to continue. This will take a while. Be back with you in a few seconds. Good advice, don't use paper. Switch to cardboard. I have a big part, measured it towards this one, and then I'm going to fold it double. So I'm going to rewrap around here, and this just doesn't work. Look, it really cranks up. Not good. I'm going to redo it again. Sorry, but now you have good advice. As I said, don't use the paper. Switch to cardboard, really. You're going to regret it just as I had. After doing this for 10 minutes straight, I just discovered a trick. Just flip the whole thing over, and the yarn does the rest. This goes super easy and super quick, so good advice. I think this is more than enough for the beard, or the hair. Next step, cut off yarn, like so. Now comes the trick. I'm going to put a little bit together if that is possible. Because now I'm going to cut, so get your yarn together, hold it tight, cut it here. Don't there, just here. And this is super tight, of course. Well, when I'm done, I will show you what it looks like. I'm going to struggle with this first. Maybe this will work out. Or just maybe need a sharper scissors. I think that is the point. Just going to grab myself some other scissors. Going to cut the yarn off here. Then hold it together before everything, starts falling apart. And then we can start off with the beard. I will show you in the next step what I'm going to do. Okay, I rewatched the Pinterest movie again, and I just came to the conclusion that cutting here is fine too. So here we go. There it comes. Keep holding it, don't let go. This will be the beard. Get rid of the cardboard. No, we need the sheet of paper. I'm going to pack this up as a complete bunch of hair. Combing it down a little bit. Hope this is enough, otherwise I need to make some more. And just put it down here. Now, next step, what you're going to do, get your hot glue gun. I don't have it here because I need to glue in the kitchen. I don't have power access near here. What you're going to do, glue here, and then take parts of the yarn and put it over just like this, and redo the whole string. Maybe it was a better idea now thinking use gray paper. I don't have gray paper, so I have to do it white to make sure that the layer is thick enough without seeing the paper anymore. But if you want to do black hair or white hair, then you have a other different background color. Yeah, I will show you when I'm done doing this. So I'm just going to glue here and put all the hair upon the paper. That will take some while, but it is a fun thing to do if you're listening to some music, for example. So I'll be back with you in a quick snap. Okay, here I'm going to the kitchen. I will show you what I just did here. Put some glue here and then take a string of wool or yarn. So first put down some glue, not too close to the edge in my case, because I easily put down too much glue and then it glues to go together to the paper. The paper and the yarn glue together to the surface. Now I'm using a pair of scissors to touch down anything and to secure everything. Now here you see some yarn pulled out of each other, so the one part is longer than the other part. Quickly lay it down before the glue cools down. Not everything has to be on the same height or length. In that case, if you do it like that, you create a little bit more natural hair. And continue like this. Just comb it now and then. If you think I don't have enough hair on that part, just put some glue and then re-glue the whole thing again. And by doing this, you can work down all the way to the end. Hey, the hair is upon the paper and I find this super satisfying to watch at. But we're not done yet, because now I'm going to glue the beard. First comb it a little bit with my fingers. And now I need some extra hair, so what I'm going to do, you see the glue line here, I'm going to add another layer of glue and then flip over all the hair back, so you have a really thick hair. Okay, there we go. Just take the glue gun, get rid of the excess glue. I'm going to do a small piece first here. Okay, now I'm going to flip it back, just like this. Lightly touch it with the scissors. Now, that is a good beard in my opinion. Work my way down through the whole line. This is the last part. Don't push too hard while putting the beard down. Good. I'm going to let this dry for I think at least 10 minutes. Here are little long hairs. This one needs to go down. I'm going to cut off some of them because otherwise you get a really weird beard. Just like this. Now, one gentle push. Don't make it too hard. And I've used a lot of hair for the beard, so you're not going to see any white paper throughout it. This is super satisfying to watch at. Okay, I'm going to let it dry, and then I can start gluing this upon the toilet paper roll. And then we can continue working on the hat. While waiting on the beard to dry, I printed this printable from It's Always Autumn. Go visit her website for the pattern. I printed this on the thick paper. I didn't glue it or colored it in first because I want to check if the measurements are right. And my printer is making very weird noises in the background. So first cut this out and see if it fits upon the toilet paper. Okay, it took me 2 times, but now I have the right measurement for my toilet paper roll. This is going to be it. I needed to cut a little bit out of the lines to make it fit. And now it is time to glue the beard upon the toilet paper roll. So what I'm going to do, put glue here, press it upon the toilet paper, wrap it around, and also glue it on the other side. As you can see, the paper has a beard now. One thing, the hat doesn't fit. So apparently Dutch paper toilet rolls are larger or something than they are in the United States. I have no idea. Anyhow, it simply doesn't fit. So how to find a solution for that? Maybe I'm going to make a whole different hat. I have no idea. I need time to figure this out. So I'll be back with you soon. And I think I'm going to trim the beard a little bit because this is just too long. Yeah, just going to cut off a small part at the bottom. Well, change of plans. Get rid of the pattern. I'm just going to make my own hat. I printed 4 of these images and I'm going to glue them together. And then I can start making my own hat. I also have the thick paper for the background here for extra, an extra strong base. So this will be okay. First going to cut it out and then glue it together. So, brand new day, I am back. I have a solution. I just cut out 4 thick pieces of paper, glued them together with tape, and then I just measured how large is this circle here. Then I measured the width of the paper and just draw a bigger version of this template. And now this thing fits around my toilet paper roll. Well, apparently, as I said, toilet paper rolls are bigger here or something than they are in the United States. I have no idea. Maybe my beard is a little bit too thick. Don't know. What I'm going to do next, look, it just fits the gnome. It only has to be a little bit smaller, but I will do that with gluing. And then the gnome has a hat. After that, I'm going to put this sheet here on top of the gnome's hat. And then as a final addition, I only have to add the nose. And therefore I have these styrofoam balls, which perfectly fit in here. I think I'm going to make the hat a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to redraw my pattern here in a little bit of a smaller size because this is just a little bit too large. So I'm going to make everything perfect. Then I'm going to glue the hat on top here. But first I'm going to put this pattern upon the hat. So I'll show you how the hat looks like in the next shot. Now it has a pink hat out of paper. Just wrapped it around the toilet paper roll and I secured it with tape. Now I'm going to put this fabric, or actually print over the hat, and I'm going to do that with Mod Podge. Just fix it with the tape, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but nonetheless I'm going to work it out. Don't worry about that. When it's done and dry, I will show you what it looks like. Okay, time to finish the DIY. I also want to make a nose for the gnome. This one's going to be black. And I want to make some feet out of cardboard. I'm going to glue them underneath the gnome. And then we're, done. Okay, feet and nose are done. This will be the back. I'm going to get my hot glue gun and pull the hair aside a little bit. Then glue the nose to the toilet paper roll and then putting this back so you have a really cute matte nose. And of course I will also add the feet underneath the toilet paper. And last but not least, I will glue down the hat to the beard. And here we have the little fella. Look how cute he turned out. I really like the black nose. First I thought, isn't it too dark? But really happy that I did it this way. Sent Janny a picture and said, what do you think? What color should I do the nose? She said immediately do black. I was like, whoa! That is a little bit heavy maybe, but yeah, combined with the feet, it looks super, super sweet. Well, it is a very easy DIY to make if your toilet paper roll is smaller than mine, but I just discovered that when you have a bigger toilet paper roll, then simply draw the template larger, and then you get this adorable hat. Now you can also make the hat, of course, with fabric, or fur, or whatever you want, but I'm really happy with my gnome. I hope that you liked it too. If you have questions, suggestions, don't hesitate, just write us in the comment section and Jen and I will be happy to read your message. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you back again in the next DIY.
So here you see already our next DIY. I will use 2 little bottles we use for our sauce with our Chinese food. So I have 2 little bottles of them. I will use them, and of course I use 2 styrofoam bowls. You see later on what I will use with it, but first what we're going to do is just remove the tag for, of course, from our little bottle. So I will remove that first, and then we are probably going to paint it. So you see already I took the label off of the little bottle, and of course I have a second one. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do the underside with some black paint. I use the school board paint, but you can use chalk paint or any color paint, or you can spray paint it. If you tape it off with some tape, you can spray paint it, but I use the school board paint. I am loving always the school board, especially the matte finish it gives. So I'm just going to do both of them, the underside of our bottle, and just use, like I used also a trash bottle, so don't buy something, just use something you normally throw away. So I'm going to make 2 of them with the black underside, and then we're going to do the top of it. You see already our 2 little bottles are drying right now. I told you earlier I will use 2 bigger styrofoam bowls, but I am taking out of my big bag. I have ordered them online on AliExpress, a bag with lots of different sizes of the styrofoam bowls, so and very cheap. So if you want them, just go order them online. Of course Amazon or maybe Dollar Tree also have them. I take 2 of the bigger ones and 2 of the smaller ones. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to make little snowmen out of them. So I'm going to glue the bigger one, the smaller one on top of the little one, because we are going to do it easy and very simple. So I am going to do also both of them, and then we are going to glue them on top of our bottle in a moment, and then we are going to paint it. So just take 2 of each size and glue them together. So you see I just take the little bit of the bigger one, but I think you already know how to make a little snowman. But for everyone who enjoys seeing it, just do some glue on top of it and just squeeze them together a little bit hard, so you can get a nice overview from the bigger to the smaller one. I hope I do it on camera, but I think you will know already how to make your snowman. And I keep it in place for a little while. You see already, because he still is going a little out of each other. So you see already, if you do it with your glue gun, it just looks like that they are eating up the styrofoam, but just squeeze it very hard, and then you get also a nice little neck around your snowman. So what I'm going to do right now is just turning this one upside down and gluing this one on top of both of my little bottles, and then we're going to paint it all in the white color. So you see already, this is how they are looking right now, and now we're going to paint it in with some white chalk paint, a couple of coats, because I still need to get a better chalk paint, because mine you have to coat it a couple of times, and I don't like that. So I'm really looking for one that's covering in one time, but of course I still don't have it, so I am going to do the white over it, and it doesn't matter as long as you go a little bit to the black. So it doesn't have to be nice, because later on we are going to do a little band around it, so you won't see the lines which are getting together. So just paint it, and you don't have to look exactly how the line is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the white right now, and then I show you. So, and you see already a little bit how the little bottles turned out, and of course it looks a little bit different now, but I hope at the end it looks like a snowman, but we will see how it will turn out. So what I'm going to do right now, because I want to work the sides, give them a little bit of the plaid, so I am just made on my computer a little stripes of the plaid, and I will Mod Podge them on top of here, and I probably do one over here, but we will see. But first I'm going to do one over here, and you see already my paint is not totally smooth, so eagle white At least I hope I say it right. So, but I want to give it a little bit of a rough structure. So it is not totally smooth because I don't like snow is also not totally smooth. So did try to look like a little bit like a snow. And of course what you also can do if you don't want to have the styrofoam balls, you also can use some wooden beads, but I think you already would know that by yourself. And of course I use bottles, but you can use anything you like. So, but I'm going to cut out the print and I'm going to Mod Podge it on top of here. So before I go Mod Podge it on top of it, I just wanted to show you how it will look. You see already how much it will change if you just do a simple print from a red palette on top of it. And of course you can use also make the stripe a little bit longer, so you can Mod Podge it in one time over your bottle. I do it in 2 times because most of the time that works a little bit better for me, because I am not a big friend together with my Mod Podge. So I always am glad if I'm getting it on top of here. So I'm doing it in 2 pieces, but you can do it also, make them a little bit longer, the print, and then you can do it in 1 piece. So like I said, I will Mod Podge this on top of here. So you see already, they are really turned already so much when you only put a little print on top of it. What I'm going to do right now, because I want to have a nice layer around our little snowman, but I thought, what can I do to give it a nice touch? I didn't want to use Christmas greenery because that's very big. So what I'm going to try to do is just take a pineapple and I'm just going to squeeze a little part of it. You mean like this way, at least. When everything will work, but you know what I mean. At least you have to get some piece out of it, like this, just a leaf of your pineapple. And what I'm going to do right now is just gluing with my glue gun, just pieces, just to make a nice around a little, like a little wreath around your little snowman in the wood color, because I love the wood tone in it. But you can use greenery if you like that also, but just take your pineapple apart and just glue a little nice wreath around your little snowman. So I'm going to do that, and then I show you if it did work out or not. So here you see how they turned out, and I am really loving a little bit of the wooden rustic leaves around it. So if you have a pine cone laying around, also for free, you can find them anywhere, and just tore them apart and just make a little wreath around your little snowman. So what I'm going to do right now, we are going to get some twine, and we're going to do a couple of times. We are going to do the twine around here and just give it a little bit of a greenery hanging around here. First, I'm sorry for the lightning because I have a shadow over here, and you see already. It's very, I don't know, the sunlight is coming from behind me, but I'm going to try to show it to you. What I did take was a couple of berries. I always take by a branch and tore them apart and use little parts of it. So I have one branch for each bottle, red berries. I took a branch of greenery from the Christmas, of course, and I give it a little touch with some white chalk paint. So you have a little bit snowy effect like you also have on your bottle. I have a wooden star. I order them all different kinds always on AliExpress. So if you want little pieces and the wooden slice and to make your own little signs, just go to AliExpress and you will find so many, and so for a nice price. And of course I have my rope, because what I'm going to do first is going to take my bottle and just do a couple of times on the top of our thing. I will do a couple of times, I will do my rope, and then I will do a knot, and then we are going to work our way down here. But first, just take your bottle and do as many twine around the neck of the bottle that you like. So you see already I have both of them. I did the twine around the neck of the bottle, and what I'm going to do right now, I'm just taking 2 of my wooden stars, and I take a black permanent marker, and I'm going to color it black. And of course you can use paint, but this is dries up in a moment, and with paint you always have to wait. So I'm going to make this one black, and then we are going to make from the greenery and the red berries a little swag. So here you see the little swag I made, and I made it very easy. I just took 2 pieces of this greenery, just lay it beside each other. I took 1 branch of the red berries, and I just used the metal wire a little bit to do it around the little branches, so you have already a little swag on its own. What I'm going to do, I did the star, like you see, I did it in the black color both sides, and I'm going to lay the rope a little bit beside it on top of our little swag also, so not too low. And I am going to glue a little dot of my glue on top of here, laying a little piece of my twine inside of it so it will stay in place. Just cut the rest of your rope off. What I'm going to do, again, a little glue, take a little piece of your rope or twine, just how you call it, lay it inside of your glue, wait a little second until it's a little bit dried up, then turn around and make a nice end of your swag, and of course turn it around, just do some glue over here, and just do your rope a couple of times over it, so at least twice, like I did. So, and this, just cut off the twine, what's left over, and he's already jumping around. So you see here, and I'm just going to put it a little bit aside behind the berries, so it will pop under it. And you see already, now we are going to glue this on top of our little bottle. But you see already how easy it is just to make a little nice swag. So you see already our 2 little bottles are finished. What I'm going to do right now, we just have to finish off our little snowman. At least I'm going to try to make a snowman out of it. So first I'm going to take a piece of the black small ribbon, and I'm going to make a little scarf for around his neck. So I'm going to do that first. So what I'm always doing to make my scarf is just doing a little round the head from the little velvet ribbon. And now I'm going to make the sides of our little scarf. So I'm going to take 2 little pieces of ribbon also, cut them open and give them a little fishtail on the end, so it looks a little bit nicer. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to glue them sideways on top of each other, a little bit like this. I hope I show it to you. You see, just glue this together, and now you have 2, and I'm going to glue this one on the side of our snowman. Now you see already our 2 little snowmans, they have already the scarf. What I'm going to do right now, just to make little dots for the little buttons, and of course 2 for the eyes, and then I hope I can make a nose, but we will see. I'm not great at faces. So you see already, I tried to make it 2 little faces of the snowman. Sorry, this is not my this is not my really my greatest thing. I'm going to give it now a little orange nose, and we will see how that will turn out. So, but I hope you will do a much better. But it's just the idea of making a little snowman on top of your little bottle. So, but at the end, I probably will like it a lot. And here you see already a little bit how they turned out. They still need to dry, but I am already loving how they turned out. After my second DIY, I show you from both of them the end result. For our next DIY, we will use a piece of old cardboard. This is old cardboard you can fold to a nice box, but I don't use it anymore, so I will use it for this one. And of course we use a couple of the scrap wood from a pallet, and you can use any scrap wood you like. You can even use painter steer sticks, just what you want. We only need it to make a frame, and I use this because I have it on hand and it is a little bit of the rustic side. So what we're going to do first, right now, we are going to make 2 frames for it, and then we are going to make a picture. So we make our own rustic farmhouse sign. So, but first we are going to make our frame. Here you see already the shape I want to have it. I want to have it in a square, but first what I'm going to do is all 4 of the planks, I'm going to cut them in half, and then I'm going to make a square again, and I'm going to give them a coat of furniture wax. Of course you can stain it with anything you like, but I always use furniture wax. So you get 2 squares of a little bit rustic with a little bit of a farmhouse touch. So, but first I'm going to saw them and I'm going to wax them. Is this fast or is this fast? I'm so sorry. You see already I lost the footage of how I saw my little wooden planks, and of course how I stained them. But you see already it's very easy, just 4 pieces. You could just glue them together and you have already your a very easy and cheap frame. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to take the cardboard, measure it out and make some squares also for it, so I can glue them on the back side. And you see here already I got 2 squares out of the old cardboard I used. And you see already I am going to, later on when we have our picture on top of it, I will glue it on the back side of our picture frame. And then you see already, so you have a very easy and cheap nice sign for almost nothing. And if you have everything laying on hand, it doesn't cost you anything. So what we're going to do right now, we are going to my computer, and then we are going to make our own little sign for inside of both the little frames. So I hope you come along with me. So, and here you see our pictures we just made on my computer, and it is, like I always say, it's so easy. You just take everything apart and you just can make totally your own unique sign. I'm going to cut them out and I'm going to Mod Podge them on top of our little cardboard. So, but first I will cut both sizes out, because I took 2 sizes. I did one with a smaller plat side, and I did one with a little bit of the bigger side. So I'm going to look what is looking better. So I'm going to try, and of course this print you also find in our free printable. So if you want to make the sign, you are free to go and just take the picture and make your own little sign. So you see already I cut out all the 2 pieces, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how nice it all already looks, even when you don't even have it totally on top of your, but you see already when you have your frame behind it, it looks so nice. So I'm going to look which one I'm going to use and which one will be inside of here. So, and then I'm going to, like I said earlier, I'm going to Mod Podge it, but I think you already know by now. What I'm going to do to make myself easy, I'm turning around my frame. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do with some Mod Podge the sides of our frame, because when this is dried up, you won't see it anymore. And this way, with Mod Podge, you can still arrange a little bit your sign still, so he's in the middle. So that's a little bit better. I'm sorry, I just felt something on the ground. I was a little, my concentration was away. So you see already, I am going to do this side. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my little frame and just place it on here, turn it around, and then I can get it a little bit better in the middle, and when it's dried up you won't see it anymore. So now I can really get my frame in the middle. I will press it and it glues the same like real glue. So this is really a great thing to glue with, because Dyanne is already doing it a long time and I got it from her. So I am just going to keep it for a moment so he will dry up, and then I show you for the next one. So you see already our frames are on the back side are dried up. If you want to hang your, of course, your picture of your sign, just make a loop for it with some rope, or just do a little hanger on the top of your little sign. And of course, you see here, this is one of them, and this is the next one. And you see already how easy it is just to make from some scrap wood, some piece of cardboard and a little print. You can already make your own rustic, little bit farmhouse style. So in a moment I show you my DIYs I made. So I hope you are still here for the reveal. And here you see our two trash DIYs, of course, because they are made of trash. Our two bottles we made into two decorative Christmas bottles with some snowmen on top of it, and I am really loving how he turned out. And you see already I did some extra. I did the little broom with it. I found the brooms, of course, I ordered them online on AliExpress for only €1, if I am correct, a couple of them. So it's very cheap. So if you like them, just order them also. And you see here our dress made from cardboard and some wood and some print. You can make your own rustic farmhouse signs. You just saw me making them. So I am really happy how both of the little DIYs turned out. And I hope you just enjoyed and got a little bit inspiration from it. So this was it already for today's video. We hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for spending some time with Dyanne and me. And if you like this content and you are not subscribed to Dyanne and my channel, we hope you will consider subscribing, and I hope you will tick the bell so you will be notified every time we upload our new video. And of course everyone, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And Dyanne and I hope to see you in our next video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.